Saddling a horse can be difficult. It is important to know the proper techniques. The most important thing to do when saddling a horse is to practice good safety. Today we will show how to safely saddle a horse. The first step in saddling a horse is to make sure they are tied up securely to a stable object. You should never tie a horse to anything they can pull over. Tie them to a trailer or a sturdy fence post. The next step in saddling a horse is to brush them and pick their feet. Brushing a horse before saddling them is important because riding them when they are muddy or dirty can cause saddle sores. Picking their feet is important to ensure there is nothing in their feet so they are able to walk comfortably. Now the horse is ready for their saddle. Place the saddle on top of the blanket at the horse's withers, but some blankets should be still showing near the break of the horse's neck. Latch up the girth and tighten it until it fits into a hole, or if there are no holes left, tie the girth in a knot. Remember, do not get on the horse until you have checked the girth for a second time. Horses can bloat out their stomachs and the girth will come loose when you begin to ride. Getting on the horse without checking the girth is unsafe. Next, it is time to put the bridle on the horse. For safety, have the bridle in your hand ready to put it on the horse. Take the halter and place it around their neck to make sure the horse does not run away. Gently place the bridle over the ears of the horse and wait for them to take the bit into their mouth. Check the girth one more time just to be safe before you get on. Also, check the stirrups to make sure they look like a correct length for the rider's legs. Now you are all saddled up and ready to ride.
Saddling a horse, for me personally, one of the main things that I want to be able to do is saddle a horse on the left and right side both. I believe that's something that normally when you take a horse from being green broke to trail aspects or more of a finished out aspect, I'm going to take that horse in a round pen. I'm going to get him used to the saddle pad first, then the saddle. Probably the safest thing to do is to have your stirrups, your latigo, your cinches kind of out of the way when you go to lay that saddle on the top of the horse. So I would have those out of the way where you're not tripping on them, the horse is not tripping on them. Another thing, typically with horses, any really sudden movements, if you got a horse that's kind of spookish, those sudden movements, you want to be calm and slow, talk to them, kind of keep them settled as you're saddling the horse. Another thing that I always check is all the riggings on the saddle to make sure that my stitching is good, the rivets are good. I'm going to look that saddle over very carefully, make sure my equipment's in good shape. Once I saddle that horse by tying off the breast collar, the front cinch, the rear cinch, and I put the latigo into the D-ring on the left side billet, then I'm normally going to make sure that everything's tight, and I'll double check that one more time before I get on that horse and make sure that all the saddle's in good condition, all the equipment is safe and secure.